Okay, now we're going to look at a trig graph here. Now in this question, they set it up, they tell you that there's a function f and it's a sine wave. They say it's minus 2 sine x and it's drawn between minus 150 and 210 degrees, and they've done all the work for you. Okay, so there you go. The first thing they want you to do is write down the amplitude of f, and that's the height of the wave. From the middle of the wave to the top. Well, it starts here at 0, goes up to 2. The amplitude is 2. It's also the coefficient of the function. It goes down 2 and up 2. The amplitude is 2, and that's all there is to it. The amplitude is 2. There's the first question. Now they ask you to graph another question. Hey, this minus 2 sine x, that was part of the first question, and cos x minus 30 was another part. Okay, how are we going to do this? The cosine of x minus 30. You have to know, well, what's cos x? Normally it starts at 1. It starts at 0 and 1 cos x. You got to know that. Minus 30 degrees means it's going to shift to 30 degrees in 1. That's like a turning point of this cos minus 30 degrees. Now, if I go 90 degrees more, 90 plus 30, I get to 120. It's going to go down to 0. And then if I go 90 more degrees, it's going to go down to minus 1. So there's the end point, 210 degrees and minus 1. Now you could put it in here, 210 degrees minus 30, that's 180. The cosine of 180 is negative 1. It works. How do we figure out the 0 here? Well, that's the cos of negative 30 degrees. Now, on your calculator, it'll say the cos of negative 30 degrees is 0,866. I rounded it off to 0,87. So there's an intercept with the y-axis. We need that one. Now, all the way back 90 degrees from 30, it goes back to 0. And then in another 90 degrees, it goes down to minus 1. So I've got all the intercepts with the x-axis, minus 150 and minus 1. That's the end point here for the cosine. Now, it's a little hard for me to draw on this graph, but that's all you'd have to do is connect these red dots in a nice wave. So it would go like this, it would come up and go down, and there would be your 3 marks for sketching the graph of the cos of x minus 30. I'll leave it there. I've done it on a GeoGebra sort of thing, so I'm looking at the 2 in the next question, but that's what you do. You'd connect those points in a nice wave, and there you would have it. And they give you a grid where you can do that in an answer book. And I think on the Saturday workshop, I'll give you a grid so you can graph it in nicely.